Hey guys, it's Vicky. Today I'm going to be making a creamy sausage potato soup in my Instapot. So I'm going to go over the ingredients and show you what you need, and all the ingredients and instructions will be down below in the description. A couple carrots. You need I only have 3, but you need 5 medium potatoes. You will need a can of white beans, drained and rinsed. Some chicken broth. Most of these things people already have in their kitchen. Some garlic or garlic. An onion. The recipe called for sweet paprika. I don't have that. But what I do have is a smoked onion paprika, which is really good. So I'm going to use that. Some dill. It did say fresh. I don't have that either. But what I do have fresh is marjoram. Never used it. It's an herb, and we're going to give it a shot. The piece de resistance, you need some sausage or kielbasa. I have kielbasa. 4 ounces of cream cheese, which I always have an extra 4 ounces from recipes. So this is a good recipe to use that up. And then lastly, salt and pepper. So we're going to go ahead and get started. By the way, if you guys notice this turn off, can you tell me? Because lately it's been turning off and I have no sound during the half of my video. So please let me know if you see a green light go off. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to peel my potatoes. I got a bag of potatoes. It's a 5-pound bag at Safeway in Colorado yesterday. It was only 97 cents. That seemed awfully cheap. I don't normally buy potatoes in bags, so I don't know if that was a good price, but it sure seemed like a good price. That, along with my free turkey, was very nice. Now I could see why this was the crappy job if you were in the Navy and you were in trouble. Go peel the potatoes. Not a fun job. All right, we are back. The potatoes are peeled, and I'm going to go ahead and peel my carrots. All right, so carrots get chopped, and then the recipe said to do them in a half moon. Not really sure why, but so half moon, no idea why, but I'll do it. Again, I would say that you probably do not need to go through this extra step. Trust me, your kids and your husband aren't going to notice if you half-mooned the carrots. And by that, I don't mean showing it your butt. I'm just saying cutting it into a half moon. So, again, don't think it's necessary. Now we are going to cut and cube the potatoes. Again, we're looking for a good day today, leaving the kitchen with all your fingers. So far it's going pretty good. Just gonna put this stuff in here. The recipe calls for 5 cups of chicken broth, but I know that carton that most of us probably buy is only 4. So I'm wondering if I can just do like a chicken bouillon and add an extra cup of water to the Instapot. I might do it. No idea. No, we're just going to do that. Next thing we're going to do is cut up our kielbasa. Didn't say anything about, dicing or quartering your kielbasa, so I am just slicing And we are going to sear this in a frying pan. Okay. So we're not going to the stovetop yet. I wanted to do everything kind of proper, you know, do all my veggies. Totally forgot to do the onion before I did the sausage. So now we've got to cut up the onion. What the heck. I was going to cook it on the stove first, but you know what? I forgot. Not a big deal. I am going to open this up. I have no idea how to say it. Marjoram. Doesn't really roll off the tongue, does it? I mean, sure. Kind of comes on, if you, I've never seen fresh, it kind of comes on a twig. So I'm just going to pull leaves off and chop it up. It said, I want to say it said a tablespoon. I'm starting to smell it now. It has a nice smell. We're just going to kind of gather all this up and chop it up. Or saw, as I actually do. Chopping would be not what I'm doing. It's more of a sawing motion. Because again, I own 2 knives and it has a very, very pleasant smell. We are here at the stove, just kind of searing the sausage a little bit. We are here to combine everything. I'm going to combine all my liquids and then the cream cheese, and I'm going to kind of try and whisk the crap out of it to make it not lumpy. If that doesn't work, I'm going to let that just heat for a little and whisk it up before I add everything else in, because I want the cream cheese to be really well combined in the sauce. So we are going to add 5 cups of chicken broth. I decided that I'm not opening another carton of chicken broth. I'm going to put in a bouillon with an additional cup of water. I'm going to be a little sneaky. I don't know if this is sneaky or not, but I am going to just turn it on saute for a hot minute and heat that up kind of quick so that I can combine all of this together. The next thing I'm going to add is my cream cheese. It's 4 ounces. I softened it in the microwave and I'm going to put it in. And then I'm going to whisk. Now we're just putting everything else in. So our veggies are going to go in, the onions, the carrots, and the potatoes. I mean, it's sort of well combined. I think it'll be okay. So yeah, do not put plastic container on your hot burner. It has stopped smoking. Didn't catch on fire, didn't stay on there very long. I did it and I was like, oh crap. So we'll have to wait until the burner cools and try and get that melted plastic off. But until then, let's add the beans. They are washed and rinsed. I hate beans, so I'm only using a half a can. Yeah, that looks good enough. We're going to add our sausage. All right, so trust the process on this. This is going to be really good. We're going to go ahead and add in some garlic, about 3 cloves of garlic or jarlic if you must. Mine is almost gone. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of dill. It did say fresh dill. I don't have fresh dill, but this looks and smells really good. So we're gonna, dill's pretty powerful. I love it. My husband, maybe not so much. So I'm gonna go with a little less than the 2 tablespoons. I found a recipe for dill soup. I'm down for trying that. And I'm going to add about a teaspoon of the smoked paprika, some pepper. Salt and pepper are always, to taste, whatever your preference is. A little bit of salt. And now also the marjoram. It says 1 tablespoon of marjoram. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of that in there. Give her a stir. Get all those seasonings mixed in. Ooh, this looks really nice. This is going to be a wonderful soup. All right, everything's in. I'm going to go ahead, put the lid on, let it cook on low for 4 to 6 hours or until everything is soft and tender, your carrots, your potatoes, and it'll be dinner time. So I will see you when it's time to eat. All right, casualty of my cooking. At least I have all my fingers and I didn't set the house on fire, but yeah. So my stovetop says to let it cool and do all these steps to get that off. I'm sure I'm not the first person who's ever done this. So I guess my next video is going to be how to get melted plastic off of your glass top stove. And I hope you enjoy that one. I'm sure I'll enjoy making it. We are back. It is time for dinner. My soup has been cooking for about 6 hours. Look at that gorgeous soup. Oh my goodness. It smells amazing. Oh, look at that. That is So it is dinner time for us. I thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Have a great evening. This is Vicki, and I will see you tomorrow on What's for Dinner. Looks amazing. It also tastes amazing. All right, guys. Have a good evening.